Hello and welcome from the Bristly Stranger. We have come to Blood Bowl to see our first match of the Bristly Invitational League. It is my own team, the Norse Horse, versus the Zodiac Blitzers from Kaiths. I was a bit nervous about this one. Kaiths, he's probably played more games than anybody else in the league. It's going to be a hard-fought match. We're going to be watching it back in Cabal Vision. Obviously, that cuts out all of the thinking time and things like that. It does kind of skip past some of the time wasting I did, but that's fine. The clock did run out on me a couple of times as well, but that is my own indecision, I guess you would call it. Hopefully, you will enjoy the match. We've got some more coming up. Several have been played. It's not too late to join the league yourself. If you want to drop onto the Discord, links below. Drop into the Blood Bowl section and you'll find out there how to join the league if you already know. Come on, get involved. Let's flip the coin and see who gets the choice of the first ball. So you join us at the Norse Horse Stadium, Heron Hall. We've got the teams. I do like to have a look at them in their finery.
Sure will, Bob. Both teams are just about equal in their rating. One may have a slight edge, but you think they are.
Both teams are fresh off the blocks, so that means we've spent all of our money. We've got as many re-rolls as we can get. We've pretty much filled out our rosters. Both teams are only 11 players, so the casualties, the knockouts, they're all going to count straight away. There's the coin flip. I believe Kaiths wins it, so he gets the choice of the kick. So you join us. Norse are kicking. We've got a perfect defence, which means we can reset up some of the Norse team, but the elves, they are receiving the ball. They're going to be driving forward on the offence. Ball lands right far at the back of the field. Going to make it harder to move back. We've got some dodgy elves. Unfortunately, double attacker down would have meant that Kaiths would have gone out, but obviously uses reroll for that, and knockout straight away puts him in the lead on players.
Possibly off his mortal coil.
Knocked out players have got a 50-50 chance of returning kind of every time there's a restart to the game, so when the game half ends or if someone scores. Kaiths very good at controlling the game. He is looking to avoid contact with the dangerous players, only making the blocks where he is outnumbering. Good repositioning to make sure he's guarding his ball carrier. Also keeping his options open. Another dodge there. The elves only failing a normal dodge on a 1+. Oh, he's dropped the ball though. Again, that was a 1 as a failure. The crowd throw it back in. It's an unfavourable position. It's obviously a turnover, but he had no more moves left. So the Norse jump up means we can move our full move, but yeah, he's not going too far. Just going to mark him up. Of course, because nobody was in contact, there is no actual blocks. There will only be one blitz this time. A bit of poor positioning there. That could have been slightly better to get a 2 dice block. Frenzy means we get another one. That's going to knock him down, but that at least knocks down the person. But that is the only re-roll used up already for the Norse. So marking, that's pretty much all that we could do. So a dodge straight off. That's going to knock him down. He's used his reroll, so we're level on rerolls. No more re-rolling the dice.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, there's lots of masked players around here. Very easy for the elves to control who's going to get punched.
This player Likes to be well
Of course,
assisted.
the entire Norse team has got blocks. That does make it harder to knock them down.
Unity is strength.
But he's doing a good job so far. There's 11 elves on pitch. Oh, another failed dodge.
Out of time on the ground.
Any failure of an active thing that you're trying to do causes a turnover and gives the other team control of the game. Now there's a lot more Norse in contact this time.
Just like the splendid guy. This player keeps on going.
The ball is on the floor open. There's some marking going on. Frenzy means he automatically carries on going. Oh, the animations are there for the armour breaks, and that is an injury. That is a loss of an armour point. Kaiths wouldn't be happy with that. That is as good as a dead player. Sidestep allows him to place the player wherever he wants. That is it for the North on that one. Didn't really press the ball too much. Again, that is going to be a turnover straight away. Trying to block a player with block. That both people down, only the elf went down. Some bad luck on the dice rolls. Some marking going on down here. That's a double, but only a push. Of course, not really playing the ball, attacking the players. That is a thing, obviously. Again, that werewolf just getting a push straight into another one. That's both of them down. That is going to be another turnover. The werewolf and the big yeti guy in the middle, they don't have block. They're the only members of the team that don't. So again, dodging out of contact, getting down to the end zone, ready to receive the ball. If that thrower can get the ball a bit further up the pitch, that is a doable pass. Again, some more pushes in the middle. Elves really controlling the centre of the field. That's moving up though. He's going for it. He's going for it a second time, and again, that's a fail on a 1. So the ball is loose. It is in the Norse half though. You can only ignore the ball for so long in this game. You've got to start moving it after a while. But again, choosing to have some punches, that's another armour break. Just a stun this time, that means he's going to be out for the next elf go. That's both players down, but of course, Norse having block. That's another stun as well. The Yeti just repositioning. Throw coming in, he has got sure hands, so he does have a free reroll trying to pick the ball up. Going back to punching, there is an elf on the floor next to the ball carrier. That's not ideal. But of course, putting tackle zones on that player, that's not going to make it easy for him. Kaiths again pushing that centre around. Elves pretty fast, so able to reposition. Oh, that's a dodge, but that's another fail. And that is a knockout. He's off the pitch until someone scores or the half.
They're murderous little beasts.
So will the Norse be able to move the ball away from this position? We're about through the first quarter now. Bit of repositioning. Marking up those players that are on the floor. Getting this player out of the way. He's not got block, so that has just knocked him to the floor. A blitz. Now this player's next to the audience, the crowd. They're going to make sure he stays off the pitch, and that is a knockout as well. So ordinarily he wouldn't be coming back on until the next start, so the next kickoff. But of course, being knocked out, he's got to get over that as well. Marking up these players quite well, but elves particularly good at the dodges. So they're coming back towards their own end now. Again, getting some good blocks in there. Made a hole, he's straight through it. He's marking the ball carrier. He's going to have to go for it. Oh, and he's failed again. That is another fail of a 1. There seems to be a lot of those. Kaiths had some real bad luck. He did roll a lot of dice though. We've got our Blitzer for the Norse coming in there. He should have been the player doing the blitz. Much better. Frenzy means if we fail the first one, the second go is for free, but that is a 3 dice block, and it's enough to put him on the ground.
Wait, is that... Wait, what? One less annoyance to deal.
Got him marked up, all the players marked up. This guy, he's running for it, he's got to go for it, and again, a fail on a 1. He's dropped the ball in the end zone. He's stunned as well. That means he's going to miss the next Norse go. The elves, yeah, they're more than capable of getting closer, but another fail and another turnover. So many turnovers in this game. Turn 7, can the Norse do anything to get close? There's an elf player on the floor. It looks like they're marking him up well. Maybe even for a foul. But this player, he's a lot closer. He can actually get to the ball. He can't pick it up. It's gone off the pitch. They've thrown it back in. It's still fairly favourable for the Norse. But of course, last turn now for the elves. If they can pick it up and get it away from the end zone. It's a good throw, but it's wide. That is going to cause a turnover.
I admire them for trying such a long-range pass, but it was never going to work.
So the Norse setting up their last turn. It looks like they're just going to go for the hits again. Should have been the blitzer going in for the blitz. That push would have meant a second attack. This guy, he's realised at this point, thanks to some expert tutelage by Kaiths, that a throw to the lineman in the centre is a possible touchdown. But again, a terrible throw. And that is a turnover, and that is the end of the first half. Very disappointing. Of course, seeing as it is a turn or the end of a half, we get a roll on the knocked out players. The Norse player still knocked out. One is off, he's not coming back for this game, and one of the elves came back. There's still a man down. So it is elves kicking, well, they throw it, and it's a quick snap, so that means Norse Horse are going to get a free 1 square movement as long as they're not adjacent to a foe, I think it is. Now, everyone just moving up. There's the ball.
This is going to be decisive.
Should have moved a few more, maybe. Getting those easy 2 dice blocks. The ball is safe. There's an armour break. And that is dead. Oh, that is beyond the horn. And he has killed Scorpio. There's some real bad luck for Kaiths there. A blitz here. Yeah, the Ulfenware definitely pushing him around. The other one getting in position to do the same. Leaving less room for these elves to dodge into. Marking them up. The ball carrier, he can move. It's not impossible to dodge through those gaps. It's easier to go round. Or the Yeti, a big hit. That is another armour break. Only a stun this time. No star player points for a stun. It's got to be an injury or a death. So the elves, again, getting some good blocks in. A blitz, that's on the same player. Also allowing Kaith to reposition his elves on this side. And that is a KO for Erik the Red. He's off the pitch. That will even the numbers. I think Norse might still be ahead thanks to that dead player. Oh, that is another armour break though. And that is Grugi injured. No long-term effects, so he's even in for the next game. But he's off the pitch for this one. Another failed dodge. Not choosing to take the reroll. The reroll resetting at half time. And he is injured. That is real bad luck. Of course, the injuries on your own turn and do not go towards your opponent's star player points. The Yeti going wild animal, that means he can't really do much. His tackle zone's still there, but he's just a lump of wall basically. Norse pushing in, marking up those elves. Big hit. The problem with these frenzied guys, they have to move forward. Standing behind the Yeti. But of course there is a player on the floor next to him. It is a diagonal. He's got two Norse guys next to him. But that is a possibility of hitting the ball carrier. That's an arm break. That's just a stun, but he's going to be away for the next down.
They're gathering around that lone player.
And some more pushes. Controlling the team. A dodge, but a fail. You mark the players. Oh, and he's stunned as well. That's 2 turns ending with a dodge that has injured, well, stunned or injured one of their players. The blitz, a little bit ineffectual, but it is marking up those players. We've got the thrower now. He's going to pass the ball to the runner there. That is a throw. Only just, though. He's going to have to go for it, but it is not a 1 this time, and that is a score for Wingy McGee. One of the runners. Slightly faster than the rest of the team. Has got the Dauntless skill, but obviously not come in at the moment. More important than the cheerleaders. Yeah, 1 out, dead and injured. 2 knocked out. They're both recovering. For the elf team, 3 players dead and injured. The knocked out player, he is back on the pitch. 3 players down though, that is going to put them really behind for this game. So the Norse kicking again, changing weather, nice. That will mean the ball will bounce a bit more because it's basically staying the same, but that is a touchback. The kick didn't go far enough. He could give it to any player. He's giving it to his thrower. Good choice, he's far enough back. There's a big hole in the middle there that the Norse could pour through, so that player very much guarding that. A blitz coming through though. It's 2-on-1, and that is an armour break. You've got to go for your advantage. Stun, that means he's missing the next turn. Again, the elves pushing through the gap that they've just created. Bringing some players across from the other side that isn't as important to them. Leaving it so not making easy work for these elves. Another dodge there, this time successful. Most of them should be successful. Elves high agility, they should be passing nearly all of these dodges. A wild animal straight away. Might as well not be playing, but he's still causing some fear tactics. Marking up the players will make it slightly more difficult to play. still a bit of a hole in there. Bashing through here though, that is going to make a hole towards the ball carrier. Can't do 2 blitzes in one turn though. Yeah, those 2 players, if they had marked the other way around, that blitzer would have also been on the ball carrier. There's a push though, that doesn't really free up the ball carrier, but he is pretty good at dodging. There's an assist here for that 3rd player. He needs it.
Is the assist going to be enough?
It's just a push. Bit disappointing. 2 dice there. Yeah, that puts the Norse player down. Frees up those 2 players ready to receive a catch. He's going for the one in the middle. That is a good throw and is a sure hands catch. The dodge has failed yet again though. He's going to have to re-roll this. And it's another fail. That is 2 ones back to back. The ball dropped between those 2 players. Really unfortunate, but you can't argue the dice. Standing players up, doing all the easy moves. Wild animal again. Easy moves are the ones that aren't going to cause a turnover and are going to help you. A pass, that is bad. The Yeti obviously doesn't catch it. His agility is as low as it could be. The ball on the centre line. It's not really where either team want it. The Norse are owning it a bit more. Zodiac setting up players though, ready. They're much better at throwing and catching. If they've got a player open, that's an easy score. Again, some pushes, but no actual attacks. A 2 dice on the Yeti though. Oh, that's a block or the player down. That's both of the elf re-rolls used up. Blitzer coming in, trying to put some pressure on these players, dodging out. Needs to put a tackle zone on the ball, having to go for it. Now tackle zone, that is -1 to picking it up. But of course, we're going to just knock him over. He's got sidestep, he can sidestep on the ball, that will cause it to bounce around. Of course, failed catches in this situation. I didn't try and pick up the ball with the Norse, so it's not a re-roll. A turnover. Putting more tackle zones on. Repositioning those players, marking up if anything goes wrong. We picked up the ball, he has got sure hands. No throw this time, just a handover. So catch is all that was needed. He's running for it, he's got to go for it. But he's far enough away that there's no elves that are going to touch him. Just a couple of turns left. 3 for the elves. They're a bit marked up, but they are coming in for another ganging up on these Norse players. Just push. There's a blitz though. And that is knocking him over. That will, if he followed through, leave him standing next to the Yeti. Yeah, they're going to cause the guy on the floor to stay down. They are surrounding him. Looks like a foul. Bam! That's only a stun. Could have been worse. There's a dodge and that is a fail. The Norse turn. They are marking up that downed player again. He's going to have to dodge again. Surrounding the players. We're going to have a bit more fighting.
I never could get the hang of this maneuver, Jim. Whenever I jumped up, parts of the stadium would collapse, killing many fans.
Very defensive for the Norse. There is a blitz. It's only a shove. It's a re-roll. That's a block. That will help him out, and that has knocked out the elf player.
Doesn't mean we can't finish on a few fatalities.
pushing up. That Ulfwearer gets 2 dice now, even though he's surrounded. Knocks him down straight away. And that's turn 15. You notice the player at the end zone did not score. That's classic time wasting. Not very approved, even though I did it. But again, elves just causing some carnage now. Time wasting, can't blame him. You cause as much damage in your opponent's team as possible. Any players that are off the pitch, either knocked out or injured, will not be there for that last elf turn. Another foul. Oh! And this time, he's dead. That is a lineman. It's he has no star player points, but he is still off the team, and rightly so. Leo is sent off.
He's gonna have to join the RPP straight after the game.
So the Norse, on their final turn, they could go for some punches, but it's a little bit risky. There's a push there with the blitz. Should have stayed out of it. Should have not gone into that big mob of players. Could have been a foul there, but a turnover would have meant no score, and that is 3 star player points again for Wingy McGee. That gives him 6 and a definite level up. So the final kick of the game, throw a rock. That means someone's going to get hurt at random. It was an elf. Oh, very unfortunate for Kaiths. The ball has not gone far enough though. That is another kickback. He's given it to one of the players. Now, Kaiths had got a strategy for doing an elaborate push. There was some dodges involved. There is a 2 dice block that went his way. He pushes the players, but unfortunately the ball carrier needed to go forward, not backwards. It's kind of made it virtually impossible. There were some real tough Norse players there to push around, and that is it. That is the end of it. So at the end of the match, the winner, Norse Horse, 2-0. I think it could have been a very different game. There was some very bad luck for the Zodiac Blitzers. 2 touchdowns, 1 pass. Not many passes on either team. Slightly more armour breaks for the elves. 1 death apiece. That is bad news. 1 player kicked out for being a dirty fouler. The stats, they don't look too bad. Norse with a lot of ball possession there, but I don't think they kind of show how good the Zodiac Blitzers were. A lot of running yards there from the Norse. Star player points, of course, we saw that the Yeti had got the 5, Gemini had got a 5 as well. There is 6 for Wingy and just a smattering for the others. That is only 1 level up for Wingy. Looking at the dice rolls, yeah, there weren't that many and they were fairly evenly split. For the elves, yeah, they got 26 ones. That is quite bad, but they made a lot more dice rolls in all than the actual Norse team. Their failures, not so bad. Yeah, 65%. Nothing is standing out apart from the casualties. Yeah, failing some of these rolls. Yeah, passes, there was only a couple made and 1 failed for each team. Again, 100% of dodges for the Norse team. I think that was only because we had 1 and it was a pass. Yeah, I don't like taking it to chance with those dice rolls. But a good result for my Norse boys. We've got a few more already in the can, ready to come up. I'm going to get them commented on and up to you as soon as I can. If you have enjoyed it, you know what to do. Leave those likes and comments. If you are wanting to join the league, you know what to do there as well. Join the Discord. Get on there, get involved. People will tell you what to do if you're not sure. We have got experienced coaches like Kaiths with the Zodiacs. We've also got very inexperienced like Stinger. He's only played a couple of AI games and a couple of practice matches with Kaiths. I think everybody else is ranging in ability somewhere in between there. Well, that is 2 extremes. But like I say, leave the likes, any comments, subscribe if you haven't already. But for now, I've been the Bristly Stranger. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time.